He has 2 Super Bowl rings. He was a Pro Bowler as well. Always thought-provoking. David Deal, offensive lineman for the New York Giants, who called the Redskins Eagles yesterday. All right, David, you're on that field. You're watching body language. You're watching the psyche of that Philadelphia team. Do they believe in Chip? Do they believe in Sam Bradford with another loss?
You know, that's a great question. I think that's the question that everybody's asking today after watching that loss. But it's hard not to question the attitude of this football team and if they fully believe in and are bought in to Chip Kelly's system right now. With the amount of additions they've made to this football team, you know, not only just defensively but offensively, losing both guards, having to replace both of them, losing McCoy, losing Deshaun Jackson. You know, when things are going well for you and you're making additions to your football team, not only with young players and veterans, it's easy to drink the Kool-Aid and to buy in because everything's going well. But now, since they've had the ups and downs and the troubles that they've had this season, you're starting to hear it come out, the frustration out of players. I mean, right after the game, they asked DeMarco Murray if he's getting enough carries. He said no, but it is what it is. So now you're starting to hear the players starting to turn a little bit against the system because it isn't producing the wins that they thought it would. And I understand Chip Kelly's philosophy. It's about time and not about plays. But you clearly saw the defense in that last drive against the Washington Redskins were extremely tired, and Washington was able to drive the field 90 yards because at that point in the game, the defense was out on the field for over 2/3 of it. So when your offense isn't producing the points that allows you on defense to just attack the quarterback, play aggressively, and then all of a sudden you're not producing on offense and you're out on the field trying to protect the entire time, that's where you're going to run into all this trouble, and this is where you're going to hear all the dispute of whether it's the system or the players.
David Deal, Super Bowl rings, Pro Bowler, now with Fox, did the Eagles game yesterday, and I've always found Chip Kelly to be sort of a touchstone guy because many people believe he'd take the Texas job if Charlie Strong gets in trouble here. Take my audience, David. Offensive linemen, there used to be kind of a practice schedule. Chip Kelly has sort of disrupted the practice schedule. Explain to our audience what he does and how it affects offensive linemen.
Well, the whole point of it, like I said, is you're thinking almost in basketball terms. It's about plays. It's not about controlling the time of possession at the line of scrimmage, wearing out a defense. They feel if they can maximize the amount of plays, where in a regular NFL game it's around 70 plays, if they can max that out into 80 or 90 plays, that's where they feel that they can just wear down defenses, control it that way, and direct the tempo of the football game.
Yeah.
But as an offensive lineman, when that doesn't work, when you're not in a groove, when you're out there trying to, run max protection all the time, it's tough. And the other thing that it does is I know a lot of people have been questioning Jason Peters, their left tackle, who has been an all-pro, Pro Bowl player. They said he started to wear down these last couple of years. You're wondering if it's a product of Chip Kelly's system because he's running so many plays, because he's out there so much longer than normal. And those are legit questions that any offensive lineman would have. And the biggest thing I think that you're going to see this moving forward is how are they going to continue to use DeMarco Murray?
Oh, yoy.
You got to get him downhill. What they've been doing with him and working him lateral across the formations where he's not going north and south full speed like he did in Dallas, and he's going lateral, trying to find the holes and then cut up into them when they're closing so much quicker than when he gets downhill. That's where you're going to have all the issues and the questions about why isn't DeMarco Murray producing the yards that he has in the past, and he's not getting the exact same touches either.
Yeah, no, you made a good point yesterday on the pregame show. In Dallas, he was at full speed by the time he got to the line because he was running north and south. And what you're seeing now, they're trying to move him outside, and it's just not working.